aquarium. Well, with so much focus on Olympic athletes, we turn now to talk about something affecting a lot of us that might not be talked about as much as it should be anyway. So joining me with more is a 7-time Ironman finisher and a licensed naturopathic physician. Please welcome Dr. Michelle Sands. Hi, doctor.
Thank you so much for having me and for talking about this very important topic.
Well, we're going to get into it, and you're so accomplished. We could talk to you all day, but let's start with your story first. Just 20 years old, you were told your body was failing. Tell people about your story.
Yeah, so at 20 years old, I was a regular college student, college athlete, but I was experiencing symptoms like hot flashes, my hair was falling out, I was gaining weight around my midsection. I didn't know why. I was running track every day. And then I was also experiencing horrible joint pain to the fact where I'd have to take like 6 to 12 ibuprofens just to go compete in track practice. And my sophomore year, I passed out on the track one day during a regular practice. They took me to the clinic and they gave me some fluids and they said, you know, just you're dehydrated, just go back, drink some fluids, you'll be fine. And I just broke down. I said, no, there's so many things wrong with me. Like, I'm taking things to help me sleep, help me wake up. I'm taking things to help me go to the bathroom, to help me stop going to the bathroom. Right. I'm taking things for pain. Like, there's got to be something wrong. So they did some tests on me. A few days later, I got the call where they said, hey, you know, there's nothing really wrong, but your ovaries have failed. So you are basically in menopause at age 20.
Wow.
So I was devastated. I felt like I was not even a woman, like something was broken in me. I didn't know. I was eating well, I was exercising. I didn't know why this was happening to me.
Right.
And I really didn't tell anybody for a while because I was really like embarrassed about the situation.
And just the trajectory and the journey to even get there. And as a woman, you were probably less listened to even to begin with. So I cannot imagine how that felt.
Absolutely. As I went on to try to figure out how I could fix this problem, because I was a science major, I wanted to know, like, okay, there's a problem, how can I fix it? And I was dismissed after dismissed, and I got to see firsthand how poorly prepared our medical system is to deal with issues of hormone decline. Doctors are familiar with pregnancy and postpartum and keeping a baby, but once women get to the end of their fertility, they often get dismissed. There's no training in medical school for menopause, perimenopause, or even like longevity. And unfortunately, medical studies are rarely done on women because we're very confusing because we have periods and things fluctuate.
Right. Ah, okay. Let's talk about perimenopause then. It's silly because it is the reaction of many people, but okay, you're seeing earlier and earlier people are going into perimenopause.
Yeah.
What are the three silent symptoms that women should know about?
Yeah, so it's interesting because a lot of people think that menopause, perimenopause is when you're in your 50s. Menopause is one day, and that's the anniversary of your last period. Average age is 51. So you gotta figure there's women going into menopause at age 45 to 55. Perimenopause is the years leading up to menopause. That could be as much as 10 to 12 years. So now we're in our 30s. And we're dealing with these perimenopause symptoms. There are many symptoms women might notice. They might have irregular periods, difficulty sleeping, anxiety, depression. But the silent symptoms are one they might not notice right away. And these are the underlying symptoms that we don't see, and things like rapid bone loss. Estrogen, as it declines, is super important. Estrogen helps our cells that help build bone, and it actually slows down the cells that break down our bone. Bones are always rebuilding, and it has to be done at a steady, balanced pace. But when we lose our estrogen, we break it down more than we build, and we end up with porous bones, which is hence osteoporosis. And this could actually lead to many, many problems. And so that's number one. Number two is increased risk of cardiovascular disease. So estrogen is super protective for our blood vessels and the lining, our endothelial lining of our blood vessels, to protect them, make them pliable. When estrogen drops, they become very stiff. We also create more cholesterol. So women will see their cholesterol numbers rising, and it's not from their diet, it's from their lack of estrogen. And this puts the risk of heart disease. It's the #1 killer in women, and there's so much we can do about it if we just know about our hormone replacement. And then the third one is insulin resistance and visceral fat gain. We shift from gaining weight kind of under the skin, the subcutaneous fat, which is not as dangerous. We shift to the visceral fat, which is around our organs, and we become more insulin resistant. So when we eat our normal diet, whatever we were eating before, now we're storing more of it as fat.
I was gonna say, Dr. Sands, we could talk to you all day about just this part of it, which is why you're so knowledgeable, but thankfully you have a movie. So tell people about that, because we only have like 20 seconds left.
Yeah, so the movie's called Balance. It's an amazing documentary all about perimenopause, what women are experiencing, what they can do about it, and that they do have a choice in the matter, so they can get help, and they get help in several ways, and the big thing is having that choice.
All right, Dr. Michelle Sands, I can't wait to watch. Thank you so much for being here. You're so knowledgeable. We really, really appreciate it. It's what happens when you have an expert on. They have a lot to say. Okay, coming up, going for the gold with your finance.